Alright guys, Chandler here. I got the DEUS II out today. Underneath me I have a small little tub that I filled about 8 to 10 inches full of dirt. I just want to put some stuff in there and see how it sounds. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to sound. I really hope you can hear me okay. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder. I did an air test on everything last night, so I kind of want to see how all that stuff compares to everything. And I figured I would just bring you along for the video here. So, DEUS II, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to program, let's see here. I'm going to go to sensitive full tones. Again, I hope you can hear me. I'm going to come a little bit closer. What I'm going to do is go to sensitive full tones. And what I want to do is I want to go then into the menu, and I'm going to set the discrimination up. For right now, I don't want to hear any iron in any of these targets, right? So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump that up to around 20 and just notch anything under that frequency, you know, under that out. Sensitivity is at 90. Reactivity is at 3. Audio response is at 4. And we're just going to run it. And we're going to just see how some of this stuff sounds. When it's in the ground, I've got some topsoil here that I bought today. It's a little bit frozen. But like I said, we're just going to get some stuff in there and we're just going to go. Okay. First up, we'll do some silver coins first. First up is a Roosevelt dime. We'll go, let's see here. So that's down there about 4 to 5 inches right now. We'll see how this sounds here. Oh, I'm sorry. The one other thing that I forgot to do was, I'll come back over here. When I go in here, actually options. The way that I like to have this set up for right now is I like to put it into square tones. I like how those sound just a little bit more. We're going to go back in here and we are going to turn that volume up just a little bit. Boy, that's loud. Wow. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, so I hope we can hear it. But so let's get started. It's a pretty scratchy signal, I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, so honestly, that wasn't too impressive. So it's not very deep down at all. The ground, or the topsoil that I do have, is a little frozen, but I mean, it's not more than 4 inches. It must have been on edge before. Because it's still scratchy, but that sounds a lot better. There it is. Okay. Up next, we will do a quarter and a war nickel, and then that'll probably be it for silver for right now, just because I really don't have a lot of time. I got probably 20 to 30 minutes of it being light yet, and then I'm I'm going to be out of time. So, same hole there. So right now, it is so cold out here today, you guys. I actually have the camera right behind my car just so I have a little bit of a break from the wind. But it's about 15 degrees out, about 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. Well, no, I'd say 15 to 20 is closer, but it is windy. All right, silver Washington quarter. No problem. Absolutely no problem there. Again, and that's, you know, to be expected. It's not down too terrible far, and, you know, let's try it. So now it is completely vertically on edge, about 3 to 4 inches down. Even then, I mean, that's still a very diggable signal at 3 to 4 inches. Oh boy, now I gotta find it again. There it is. Nice. Alright, so we'll put that there. I want to try and make this hole just a little bit more kind of central here. The topsoil that they had at Menards was all completely frozen, so I tried to let it thaw out as best I could before we did this. Alright, so just so everybody can kind of see, it is buried about that far, so I'd say that's about 4 to 5 inches. So, let's see here. This is a silver war nickel. All day long. That just sounds fantastic. Wow. I mean, that, like I said, you know, that's down there a little bit too. Thought I saw it. It's kind of fun. I know exactly what I'm going to pull out every time, but it still makes me happy because it's silver. Okay, so let's try some of this other stuff. Up next here, I have a crotal bell. Again, I'm going to try and make this hole just a little bit deeper. There we go. That's a little bit better. I like that a little bit more. So this crotal bell is not very big. It's a little bit bigger than a quarter, but smaller than a $half, I would say. So we'll get that in there. Get it filled in. All right. So it does make it sound a little bit bigger. And it is a bit jumpy, which kind of surprises me. That rings up in the 70s and the 60s, so I mean, it could be because it was so deep, but I mean, it really shouldn't matter that much, I wouldn't think. So we'll try it here. It's not nearly as deep this time. No, that's still pretty jumpy. That kind of surprises me. They're usually very consistent on the AT Pro. So, learning a lot so far. Up next, I got a V-nickel, and oh boy, somebody's calling me. After that phone call and a quick battery change, because man is it cold out here. Up next we're going to run a V-nickel. I'm going to dig down in my hole here. Alright. Let's see how this sounds. very solid 61, 62. That is a diggable signal all day long, if you ask me. All day long and then some. Okay, so we got that. Up next, can't grab it. Up next, I have an Indian head. Get that down in there. It's not quite perfect orientation. Trying to leave it more of a natural feel. Very consistent 84, which is awesome. I think that's pretty close to where it rang up before, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So next I want to do just kind of like an Indian head spill. If I get 3 different targets in the hole, kind of how that's going to sound. So let's see here. It does ring up quite a bit higher, but I don't have the reactivity high enough, I don't think, to have it go dill it. So it could be different out in the field, but I guess, you know, we'll find out. Oh boy. There's one. There's 2. Where's 3? There's 3. Alright, that's all that I had in there for that. Let's see here. Up next, I have an accordion reed, which we'll put in there. I hope the camera doesn't die. It's, like I said, it's so cold out here. So I'm kind of pushing the batteries on this camera quite a bit. Let's see here. Mid 80s, solid as can be. That's awesome. There it is. Let's see here, what else do I have so I don't have to reach in here as much. Okay, so just a few more targets here. Alright. I want to try and get up into the field too, just to run around with this and see if I can get any nice tones. So next I have a button, post-Civil War button. It's that harp one that you guys might have seen. Wow, that just rings up so good. It sounds just so good. Alright, and then I have a belt buckle. Again, about 4 inches or so down. Sounds so good too. Wow. Alright, well,
hey guys, I just wanted to say that I'm very happy with my test results for the DEUS II so far. This is just the first of many tests that I have to do with it. I'm hoping that we can get a little bit warmer weather here in Nebraska so that it's not a wind chill of -4, -5 when I go out to do these. I did end up going in the field a little bit. I did find some high tones that I definitely hadn't swung over before. I wish I could dig them to see what they're going to be, but it might just have to wait till the spring for right now. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to do a few more tests like this. I want to do one with some iron in the tub as well. There was no real pollutants in the soil today, so it was pretty free and clear of any trash. I mean, it came right out of a bag and I put it right into the bin. So tomorrow I hope to be able to put some trash and stuff in there to see how that messes with the tones a little bit, just so I can learn and have a little bit more a knowledge and understanding of, you know, how this machine works in a more polluted soil. So if you guys have any comments or recommendations or suggestions or any tests that you personally want to see, I would be happy to do those for you. Another thing, just real quick, I have also expanded my social media platform to TikTok. I'm trying to gain as many followers as I can there just to get the VC Variety brand out to as many people as I possibly can. Exposure is everything right now, and I'd like to be able to continue to grow my brand and everything. So to conclude, like I said, I really enjoyed my test so far today with it. All the numbers, are going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I've had a few people tell me that they are very similar to the DEUS I. So for those of you who already have swung a DEUS, you might have a leg up on everybody else. Like I said, if there's any other tests or anything else that you would like me to do, I would be happy to do them for you. Go ahead and you can either, message me or comment on this video, whichever you prefer. The tests are going to keep coming. I'm super happy with how it went today. I can't wait to do more. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I appreciate every single one of you viewers out there. Thanks for all you do.